What is going on, YouTube? Thammagotcha here, and we have some more Great League battles. This time we are using Azumarill Double Ghost with Marowak with Fire Blast. We get a couple left-right good nights in this video. Whoa, we'll see. We'll see. Starting off with a Dunsparce on the lead. Pretty neutral matchup. Due to Azumarill's bulkiness, we're gonna be able to outbulk the Dunsparce and probably take shield advantage here. Look at that. The drill runs absolutely do nothing. They decided to throw on CMP tie. Good move on them. Actually works out better for us, because that way they're not sneaking a rollout through it all. And we get to sneak a bubble through. Probably gonna be another drill run. I'm gonna let this one go. Do what my opponent wants to do. They actually catch on a Deoxys, which is kind of amazing for me, because now I'm just gonna build up back to that play rough, and I'm gonna catch this move here on the Sableye, and from here we're just gonna be able to farm up a lot of energy. Honestly, I should have just shielded once and then farmed all the way down, but I decided to throw the foul play here. This is gonna be taking care of that Deoxys. Left, right, good night, Deoxys. And I'm gonna let this one go through. Actually, I know I survived a drill run because Dunsparce is not very attack weighted and it's just not a good Pokemon. Even though it got that buff, it's terrible. We get a shield there, which is quite nice. Then they farm down, and we're gonna throw this play rough here, see what they want to do. They actually no shield that, which is quite nice, and then in comes an Altaria, and from here we just got to get that shield with the Shadow Bone. So Shadow Bone's gonna be doing some nice damage. They decided to no shield that, and then I was thinking, well, we get to another Shadow Bone, and if they don't want to shield this is fine. They decided to overfarm a lot of energy. Surprise, so I did not have to expend a shield, but my opponent decides to no shield that. I think they knew the game was over. So GG's to my opponent there. Hopping into the next match. Registeel lead. Gotta get out of here. I got two better answers, and I want to throw the foul play as fast as I can so I don't get debuffed by the Zap Cannon. So I kind of hope they no shield this. So foul play incoming, and that gets no shielded, which is quite nice actually. I'm gonna shield the Zap Cannon here. I want to preserve some health on my Sableye. See what they want to do. We do get the debuff, which is quite unfortunate, and in comes their own Sableye. I'm gonna throw just before they hit their foul play. I don't want to risk a CMP and having to expend another shield where they haven't expended one shield yet. They actually let us get to another foul play, which is quite nice. That does get the shield, and I'm not really too sure what happened here. A bunch of lag happens, and I'm able to swap into my Azumarill, but they just stop attacking. I'm guessing they're clicking on their return or their foul play, and we actually get to the... That is so unfortunate for this trainer. Either way though, in the end, it really wouldn't have mattered, because they would have taken out my Azumarill. Like, we would have taken out their Sableye with the Azumarill, and then they would have brought back in the Registeel to take us out, and then we would have had the Alolan Marowak there to finish this game out. We would have been able to farm out this Registeel, and you'll see what's in the back. So we bring in Alolan Marowak, and it's a Medicham in the back, and the opponent decides to top left. So even with or without the lag, we would have been able to take that game. So hopping into the next match, quite a bad lead. I'm gonna swap out, and they hop into an Alolan Ninetales. I'm gonna go straight for the return here, do what my opponent wants to do. They no shield it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I make a very grave mistake here. I come in with Azumarill, and we're in a lot of trouble. I should have came in with that Alolan Marowak, because I know it's going to be double charm in the back, and my Azumarill doesn't have much play against this Empoleon here, and running Fire Blast, and against the Wigglytuff, Shadow Bone doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm not going to be able to Fire Spin down, so I decided to bank some energy, come in with Alolan Marowak here. I do shield this up. It is a Hydro Cannon. They're going to be able to get to the next Hydro Cannon before we get to it. And I just made some mistakes here. If I would have came in with a Alolan Marowak, farm down, would have had some energy to throw out this Empoleon, probably grab a shield. No, it's a simultaneous KO, and from here I know the game's over, so we top left. But either way, GG's. So hopping into the next match. Toxapex lead, gotta get out of here. Gotta go into the Sableye here, and they bring in a Swampert. They actually go for the extra Mud Shot, which allows us to get to this foul play here. That does get the shield, which is quite nice. I'm gonna no shield this Hydro Cannon and see if we can get to the foul play before they overfarm too much here. But they throw right on CMP. I decided to shield this because I'm not gonna be able to fire spin down, and I guess I could have farmed down with a Azumarill, but all that energy would have went nowhere. So now I'm forced to stay in and let this Toxapex farm me down. It's not even a full. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that it only had 1428 HP or CP till now. Brian comes off. That does some nice damage. In comes a Trevenant, and I should have swapped out right away because we can take 2 Seed Bombs, and giving them that much energy and giving us this low of health, we're only going to be able to get to 1 Ice Beam here, whereas we might have gotten to 2. So that is the unfortunate part, because they're going to shield this Ice Beam up, and that Toxapex still has quite a bit of energy, so we're going to end up losing this game as well. See, if I would have swapped in sooner, we would have got to that second Ice Beam, saved our shield for Alolan Marowak, and potentially been able to get 2 Shadow Bones off. But that is not how it plays out. I have to throw a Shadow Bone at this Trevenant, and then, yeah, we would have gotten to 2 Shadow Bones, no problem. So that game would have been a lot different. If I was faster on the swap, we could have won that. But I don't even think 2 Shadow Bones would have KO'd. Maybe with the Fire Spin damage, but that's going to be a GG's. Very well played to my opponent there. So hopping in, I do believe this is the last matchup here. Azumarill into Altaria. Absolutely beautiful lead. They are staying in too, so I'm going to opt to throw this ice. Alright. Opt to throw on CMP. Just in case they do catch on something. I didn't want them catching on anything. They're going straight Sky Attack, and honestly, maybe I should have shielded one of these. Just because they're not swapping out and they know this is a terrible matchup. So they must be really weak to Azumarill in the back. So I'm going to throw another Ice Beam here, try to get both shields. And they do end up shielding. Wow, okay. All shields are down. In comes an Araquanid, and I should be swapping out into my Sableye right away. But I let myself get a lot of damage off. In comes the Bubble Beam. I swap right away into a Alolan Marowak. I'm going straight for the Fire Blast here. No shields down. Let's go for the Fire Blast. See what happens. We get Bubble Beamed. And we make it to a Fire Blast before the Bubble Beam. This is debuff, so it's not going to completely KO. But it does do a lot of damage. But Araquanid is just so bulky. I'm going to go ahead and take another Bubble Beam here. And they end up swapping back into that Altaria. And oh, this is, I tried to swap into my my Azumarill here and throw the Ice Beam right away, but the game must have lagged out here, because now I'm forced to shield this. I should have shielded that. It threw 2 bubbles for me when I just wanted to throw the Ice Beam right away. So now this is the problem, because in comes that Araquanid and I'm forced to throw my energy. Although we probably might have been able to bubble down, but I didn't want to risk it. Yeah, I don't know if we were able to bubble down there. But it's a Scrafty. So if I would have just gotten that Ice Beam off right away, I would have been a lot healthier. If I would have shielded a Sky Attack, that probably would have been smart too. In comes a Power Punch, and they're not even going for the foul play here. Like, that wasn't even close to the foul play. So I'm just going to no shield everything and throw the return. That does big damage. And from here, this is just another Power Up Punch. It's 5 to the Power Up Punch. So that's how I know. It's just a power up punch I've just been counting. And if they would have tried to go for maybe power up punch bait, they could have won this game. But they decided to go straight for the power up punch. So I gained quite a bit of elo with this team actually. I'm just showing you guys one sec because I messed up and didn't record anymore. So just trying to get some content out for you guys. Aloan Marowak, honestly, very strong. Fire Blast does come in handy, but it also doesn't come in handy when you can use Bone Club. But it is what it is. I just wanted to use Fire Blast, have some fun with it. But there's the team. Hope you guys are liking the content. If you guys are, please hit that like button. Comment if you guys want to see anything in the future. And like always, I will see everybody in the next video.